Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning.
Waalaikumsalam. Good morning, Doctor.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam. Good morning, sir.
Okay, before we proceed with the new chapter, let us discuss on the exercise, last week exercise first. Right, so for part 2 part 1. So what I ask you to do is, first is to answer the question 2 of part 1 So this question actually very straightforward. Okay, which consists of how many inputs, class? One, question 2. Actually, this one not your program so the user the user of your program should provide. Then we know that these two are the inputs But by looking on this table, also actually you already know what should be the input side. So the first input should be the item So it is either paper, used cooking oil, or metal containers. Okay, so what user need to enter is actually a character So it is P, O, or M. Okay, so that one is the first input items So the second input should be the weight. Okay, weight should be in the form of floating point. Okay, although you can just enter 2 but actually you need to enter 2.0 okay, to indicate that this is the floating point value. Okay, titik puluhan okay, floating point value Okay, so cost per kg, okay, based on cost is what the system give, okay, based on the decision So this is based on the decision. So what determine this decision? First is the weight, second is the items. Okay, so clearly there is a decision. Okay, so there's a decision, and you can also design the decision. Okay, there can be more than one answer. Okay, but the decision first you can design is inside of this decision. Okay, for example, if item equal to P because the input value is P, O, or M So if items equal to P, then if weight less than 2, cost equal to RM2.5. And else if weight more than or equal to 2, this, and sorry, there's only 2 lah. So if this one and then else this one. If else, because there's only 2 kan, 2 conditions. So 2 condition, we have only 1 decision symbol. If 3 decision, then we have 2 decision symbol kan. So in this case, there's only 2 decisions, so only 1 decision symbol for the flowchart is needed. Okay, for the algorithm, if weight less than 2.0, then cost equal to 2.5, else, no else event, else cost equal to 2.8. Right. And then for the calculations, also straightforward. So you have to come up with your own calculation. It is not given in this questionnaire. So what is a calculation? The calculation is for example total kan. So total equal to, what's the calculation guys? Total equal to it is that's why we need PAC or IPO to determine the what is the input, and for example, so this is the simplified version of PAC lah kan. So input is going to be items and weight. Output is going to be okay. Since there's not mentioned over here, by the way, this is from I think Abdul Rahman answer kan. So output is doesn't mention, so you can just take the most important part of the output. Okay, if it is specific mention what are the outputs, then you need to list all the outputs kan. Since not mentioned, so you can just put 1 since it is not mentioned in the question. So total paid ke apa kan, up to you lah. Okay. Then what's the process? So process, clearly there's a decision. So decision, as I mentioned, so list down all the decision, and then there's a loop. So list the looping condition. Okay. And then the calculation is to get the total value, which is total equal to weight multiply by cost. Okay, so weight is the value entered by user, whereby the cost is generated by the system based on the decision. Okay. So over here you need to list down what's the decision in details and what's the looping in details. Okay. All right. So moving on to the question. So what is the algorithm? So let's look at the answer from our friend over here. So let's look at from Abdul Rahman. Abdul Rahman. Are you here, Abdul Rahman?
Yes.
Okay. Algorithm. Okay, algorithm. Okay, so algorithm should be numbered. Okay, so you should have a number over here. You can start with 0 or 1 n. So you will miss some marks if you didn't put numbers.
I made this in a program which puts the numbers for you.
What is it? Program? What program? Alright,
Visual Code Studio.
Code Studio.
Visual Studio Code, sorry.
Where is it? It's okay. Alright. So let's say there's a number over here, kan? So this is the algorithm. So you should start with control, kan? So you should start with control. So what should you put in control? Control and then the name of the algorithm, kan? So in this case, recycle, for example, kan? Control. Uh, Name of the control and algorithm. So this is also give you uh some marks. Okay, maybe 1, 0.5 up to the question. Okay, and then okay, yes, this is correct. You need to put what then, but you are missing uh few elements over here. Okay, for example, if you want to start with while, so you should have initial value of item, kan? Okay, otherwise the system will read while and then check the decision for item, and then it will ask itself, and the system will ask itself, what is the value of item, man? So in this case, what is the value of the item? So you cannot put it like this. What is this? System doesn't understand this. So you need to verify. You need to put the value for the item. So where we must put the value for the item before item is needed. So item is needed in this line. So we must define the value of item. Let's say, okay, so it should be something like this. Okay, and while then you put, this is another. Okay, this the same. So let me put space over here. Okay. Okay, so what is the value for item? You must define it over here. Initialization, kan? So decision, looping consists of three elements. First, counter initialization. Second is decision involving the counter, and then the third one is counter update. So you must have these three elements, kan? So where you put the initialization, it is missing over here. Initialization of counter. So in this case, our friend use item as the counter. So you must put the initial value. So first decision for the counter, it must be true. So what is the value, Abdul Rahman? If you want to make the looping decision true, item equal to,
Why?
if item is equal to y, is it true? No, right? Because your condition over here is if item is not equal to y, if it is true, then it will enter the looping. So if you put y, then when it read the decision, it will give true or false.
False.
False, right? If you put this, then meaning that it is false. Okay, if false, it will go outside. Okay. So in order to make it true, it is either you change this to equal to y, or you change this to other value. So let's say we choose equal to y to make it true, kan? Okay, so when it is true, then it will enter the looping and it will read the item. Okay, it will call, okay, to call, write down properly, so process read. So this is, we are calling module read, and we are sending two address for item and address for wake. So this is correct because we want to get this value from this module, right? This module will generate these two value. Okay, so calling this module, Okay, calling this module, meaning that over here you should put this module name. Okay, this module name and then the item. So this should be over here. Okay, at the end. Okay, okay, it should be tally with this. If you passing 2 parameter and then it will receive 2 parameter, you cannot leave it empty. Alright. So this one is what? This should be the process lah. The process, for example, enter item and also weight. Okay, following the parameter name. Okay, if you use the same name as over here, we have discussed it, kan? So you can use a similar name, variable name, or you can use different name because of the cohesion and cohesion independent. And then okay, it will end. Okay, and we'll go back up here, bringing these two value over here. Okay, updated value over here. We'll bring it over here. Uh, Sorry. So I just looking. Okay, I just realized that you are using the same over here, item and item, and so cannot. This item meaning what? This item is meaning what? This is item for the recycle, right? This is what. So clearly cannot use item over here, the same over here. Okay, but different meaning, kan? So this is the counter to control the loop. So it should use the same the different variables. Okay, let's go to general terms. Okay, counter. So counter, this is counter. Okay, you cannot use item. Item is used to user to enter the item, right? Whether it is paper, apa lagi tadi tu? 3 item kan? PO apa lagi tadi? Okay, alright. Then after getting the value of item and weight from user, then we call process calculate. Okay, we call function calculate and send item. Okay, correct. Okay, we send the item, no asterisk, since item already get its value in counter, in control. We already get its value from this module earlier, so doesn't have to put asterisk. Okay, so we are sending the current value to module calculate. Okay, sending item, sending weight, and this one you put cost over here, kan? Right? Why you must put this one? Is it required later on? Do we need this value in control? Do we need this, Abdul Rahman? Why you need this in control? Can you share your view? Can you share your point of view, not your screen view? Can you share your uh, opinion? Why you put cost over here?
Because I would have to calculate it.
You have to calculate it. Yes,
Yeah.
correct. But if you put like this, meaning that you want to bring this value to the control. Usually, when we want to bring this value back to control, inside of control, we want to do something with this. But from here, I couldn't see that you need this value. No. So you just delete this. It doesn't need that value. The thing that we need is only total cost. Okay, because in the end, we want to print total cost only over here, kan? Print total cost. Alright. eh, print total cost. Okay, because
Sir,
earlier,
uh,
yeah.
I need to call the cost to the print inside of the counter.
Or you want to print the cost,
Yeah,
or you want to print everything. Okay, okay. If that's the case, then yes. Right. If that's the case, then yes, you can send the cost address to calculate. Okay, because you want to print, and you want to print, you need this value back to the control. So yes, correct. But if you want to print just only total cost, then these two shouldn't be over here. Okay, later on we will look at the print module. Okay, okay, and then okay, go to module calculate. Okay, module calculate. Alright, same mistake as module read earlier. Okay, you should put the module name and also the parameter listing. Rahman, can you understand what's our mistake?
I should include them as I did in the control.
Yeah, okay, it can be similar name or you can use different parameter name. Okay, so it should be in total. Okay, in the total of the parameter should be the same. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it should be the same number, but the name you can use different name. Okay, it's up to you. But the number and the types of the parameter, whether it is by value or by reference. Okay, by value no asterisk, by reference have asterisk. Okay, the type should be similar. However, the name should can be different. All right, next is the process inside of it. If item equal to P, so comparison should be 2, and this one to compare. Okay, if you want to give value, then 1. This is correct. Okay, and then inside of it, okay, inside of this, okay, as we discussed earlier, inside of item decision, we have another decision. So this is correct. So this is to check the cost based on weight. Okay, good. So this one correct. However, for this, okay, as we discussed earlier, if we have two decision, then only one decision should be mentioned. Okay, the second should be in else. Okay, else you shouldn't put the details of the decision. Okay, right. Otherwise, we will have this. What is else then? Else is empty. No, you cannot uh, put it like this. Okay, so delete this. Okay, next is the item for O. So else if, okay, else if item equal to O. Okay, so double. Okay, then same things. Okay, so this is only one else. The most
Excuse me,
accurate
sir.
one is an if. Sorry, else.
Sir,
Yeah.
there is people want to enter the meet.
Lambat lah. Lambat tunggu je. An event. Lupa lah ni. It should end with what? An event. If should be ended with apa?
And if
An event. Is it correct? Check balik lah eh. Right. So and if Okay, so the last else shouldn't have this. So delete this else. Okay, so this shouldn't have this. Delete. And if okay, and even right. Okay, and finally you do the calculation, right? Correct. Okay. Okay, before I forget, over here, okay, inside module read tadi kan earlier, so it shouldn't put shouldn't put n. N is only for control, meaning that we end the whole program. Okay, for each of the module we put what exit. Okay, it is not end yet. We just exit from this module and go back to the module that is calling it earlier. In this case, the module that is calling read is control. So it exit read and go back to control. Okay, same goes over here. It should exit. Okay, exit and goes back to control. And then you do this. This is what? Abdul Rahman. What do you mean by this?
It is for the loop so that you will get the total cost at the print.
Total cost. Okay. Okay, let's just check this again. So process calculate, you send item, weight, and address for cost, address for price, address for total cost. Okay, so cost we get it over here. Okay, correct. What? How about price? What do you use it for? Price in module calculate.
I use it like price equals cost times weight.
Oh, this one. All right. Okay, to calculate the price. Okay, correct. So total cost, where do you use it? Where do you use it in the calculate?
Oh, it's outside of the calculate.
Okay, so it is not needed in the calculate, right? Correct, Abdul
Yeah.
Rahman. So no
Yes.
need. Okay, so no need to pass since it is not presented anywhere inside of the module calculate. Okay, so it is outside of module calculate. So we remove that one. Okay, remove that one and then check again. Okay, now everything is much more clear. So this one to do the accumulate. Okay, accumulating to accumulate the price, right, Abdul Rahman? In each
Yeah.
of the loop. So we want to add the price for this loop with the following loops and so on. So correct. So this is the correct equation. However, what you are missing over here is the initialization of total cost. Okay,
Oh,
to do accumulation, you must have initial value of total cost. Otherwise, in the first round of the loop, the system will not find the value of the total cost. So for the first loop, the total cost is going to be zero. Zero plus the current price. Okay? Okay, Roman. Okay,
yeah.
so correct. And then print. Okay, so you want to print item, weight, cost, price, and total cost over here. Okay, correct. So let's go to this module. So process print. Process print. Okay, process print over here. So it should be the same. Okay, same in terms of number of parameters. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It should be 4 also. Okay, and then print the process, and the process should be, okay, if you want to print everything over here. Okay, and then it will exit. Okay, print everything, it will exit, go back to control, and update the counter. So where do you update the counter, Abdul Rahman? Where user need to enter Y or N?
I was thinking of having it before outside of while, but I changed it in the Raptor and not here.
Outside of the while, or is it inside?
I
No, you cannot put outside because it should happen below the body of looping, okay, which is inside. Okay, it should be repeated, and so user should decide. So it should be over here. So enter what? Enter.
counter.
Yeah, correct. So enter counter. So user decide whether it is Y or N. So if it is Y, it repeat again. If it is N, so it will go outside of the looping. And what is this?
It's to print the total cost.
Print the total cost. Total cost already print over here. So it shouldn't be here, right? Total cost print.
Yeah.
Yeah. So delete here. Delete here. And delete over here. Okay. So print total cost. Meaning that this is the process, right? This is the module, right? You want to call this module. Is it correct?
Yes.
All right. So to call the module, process print total cost. And then what should you send over here?
Total cost.
Yeah, total cost. Total cost. Okay, so calling module print total cost. Okay, where is it? This one. Okay, print total cost. Then print. This is the process. Okay, print total cost. And then exit module print total cost. Go back to control. Okay, go back to control. And then N. N. Right. Okay, is it clear? The rest, okay tak?
Okay, sir.
Alright. This is an example of how you can write down one of the answer lah. Okay, maybe you have other answer. If the flow, if the parameter is correct, then it might be also correct kan. Okay, so moving on to next question is the flowchart. Okay, flowchart. Okay, let's look at the flowchart. Okay, for those who is not familiar with Raptor actually you can use module as well, but the the symbol for the module is not similar as the official module symbol kan. Official kan dia ada box and then we have double kan, double line. It's not like this. So if you want to write down the answer in the assessment don't use this symbol so this is wrong if you use this symbol. This is only applicable for Raptor only. So this one, if you double click, it will go to, it will give you this one. Okay. So this is the detail of module read and then module calculate. Okay, module print total cost. Okay, but this one is actually wrong since Roman. Okay, since we have these two kan. What do you mean by this? So this is wrong. It is either as I mentioned before, for looping kan. For looping, in Raptor it is opposite with the formal flowchart. Okay, in the formal flowchart, if it is true, it will enter the loop body. If it is false, it will exit. But for Raptor, maybe you can put it over here, something like this, but it is still correct kan. But the correct answer should be in this part. Okay, if it is yes, then it will repeat again. Okay. So this is what? This is a looping. This is not the loop kan? Rahman, this is decision Ah, decision. Then this is decision. Wrong So you should follow the algorithm Rahman Later on when you are designing your flowchart, it should tally with the algorithm So this is wrong. You shouldn't have this over here, decision. So let's remove this. And then again, you put while. So while the decision should be on top of it. Okay, on top. So this is what I mean. So looping inside of Raptor is opposite with the official. Official looping should be yes over here kan. It should be yes. Okay, it should be yes over here. Okay, so the rest is similar. So you are missing counter over here, counter initialization. Rahman, counter and also counter update over here, where you ask the user to enter the value of item. It should be over here after print. Okay. Okay, let's look at the second questions. Oh, sorry, coupling diagram. Okay, coupling diagram. If you put like this, then you are wrong. Coupling diagram should have two. Okay, because the name of the variable can be different from control and read. So you should have two. Although the name is similar, okay, you should have two, whatever like this. Okay, item and item. Okay, if it is different name, then you put different name. If it is similar, just put it two. Alright, boleh?
All right.
Okay, let's look at the rest. Okay, item and then week. Okay, correct. Arrow. Okay, it is double hit arrow because it is parameter by reference. Okay, by reference. Okay, so this is one arrow, item and week. One arrow. Again, this should have two end. Week. Same lah. Okay, week and week. For example, like that then. Okay, item and item. Okay, single arrow, correct. And then over here, for calculate, we have 4 Abdul Rahman For calculate, should have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3. Another one is what? Cost. Cost. So you are missing cost over here. So it should tally with the algorithm lah. Boleh, Abdul Rahman?
All right.
Okay. Right, for the part 2 over here is wrong, Abdul Rahman. This is the flowchart. This is what I mean. So you cannot use this symbol. Okay. If you want to call a module, you should use this symbol. This is for module. Okay, read. Okay, I think most of the answer over here is wrong. Okay, for example, Abdul Rahman. So this is module read. Module read. If you put like this, meaning that you want to call module read. No, kan? So use the proper symbol lah. Input symbol is what? This one, kan? So this one. So read the value over here. Okay, let's look at different person answer. Abdul Rahman Harisi. Abdul Rahman juga kan? Abdul Rahman Harisi. Are you here, Abdul Rahman? Harisi.
Ya.
Mana jawapan?
Ada.
Where's your answer? For question number 2. Ada ke? Ke tak buat? Ada? Question number 2. Question number 2 is this one. Actually, it is quite similar with the one that we already discussed kan, during the looping kan, but it is much simpler. Okay, this is much simpler. Okay, clearly when given to you this equation kan, meaning that you need to do something with it lah. So it should be inside of your system. So over here, since no detailed explanation about the input kan, so input should be the pollutant concentration and also pollutant standard level. Okay, because you want to do the calculation by using these two value later on. Okay, boleh So two input and output. How many output class?
Two. One.
Doesn't mention, right? So doesn't mention. You can have as many as you want, but minimum is 1. Okay, which is the important output. The most important output is the status. Okay, whether good, moderate, and so on. So this is compulsory. The rest is not compulsory, but you can have it in your output. This is compulsory. The status, kan? Okay, so 2 input, 1 output. Is there any calculation? Yes. So this is the calculation. Is there any decision if else? Yes, this is the decision. Is there required any looping? Is there any looping requirement?
Yes.
Where is it?
No.
No requirement kan. So it is nice to have but not compulsory. So you can put looping or no. It's up to you. Alright, let's look at answer from Rahman tak ada kan. Siapa ni? Siapa ni? Adam. Adam Hakimi. Okay, Adam Hakimi. Okay, like this So this is correct symbol Correct symbol. Okay, algorithm. Okay, Adam Hakimi. So calling module read, sending these two parameter by reference. Okay, correct. Okay, correct. Okay, alright, this one correct. Ni proses proses. Mixing this. Okay, process. Okay, so we get the read value. Okay, read these two value. Okay, good. So got this value from read. Update this value in control. And then call module calculate, sending poll count, poll SD label. Siapa ni tadi? Adam, ada tak Adam? Hello Adam.
Ada.
Okay. So what's your mistake Adam? Over here.
Tak ikut control punya value passing tu. Cohesion.
So sepatutnya apa?
Pollutant concentration. Dengan pollutant standard level.
Yeah, okay. Because it is in the same module. Same module should use the same name. If you use in different name in different module, then it's okay. Okay. So this is different module. This is the inside of the same module, which is control. So the name should be similar. Okay, similar name. Okay, similar name. Okay, I would like to ask one question. Okay, let me ask the question first. Later on, somebody we need to answer. Okay, why is it in this case over here we put asterisk in front of pollutant concentration, and when we are calling module calculate in line 3, why we didn't put asterisk over here? Okay, let me ask. So, bawa sikit lah. Zulfitri. Hello, Zulfitri. Saidin. Zulfitri Saidin. Gimana ni? Nurul Adriana. Terus left tu. Takut kena soal tu. Nurul Adriana ada? Hello? Hello?
I
Nurul
think
Adriana.
she got a mic problem, sir, because like she opened her mic, but Nothing. We can't hear anything.
Okay, ni takut ni. Mikrofon pula. Okay. Type lah. Nurul Adina. Why? Oh, okay. Why is it? One have asterisk, one doesn't have asterisk. Over here. Asterisk tu star ni. Type. Adina. Dapatkan value. Okay, to get the value of what? Which one to get the value? Betul lah tu keyword kan. Because you want to get the value of pollution, concentration and pollution. Pollution STD level ni lah. Okay. Because we want to get these two value from this module, so we put asterisk. Okay. For module calculate, these two value we already get. We already got these two value, so we just use this value and send it to the module calculate. We just sending the value. We doesn't require the value. We are sending the value. But over here we have star status because we want to get this value from module calculate. So in other words, module calculate will generate status value. That's why we put asterisk status. We want module calculate to generate status. Okay, so going to module calculate over here. All right. So is it correct, class? He's using different name. Is it correct?
Yes.
Oh, sir.
Huh? Yes, kan? You can use different name if it is inside a different module. Okay, this is allowed. If same module, cannot. Cannot use different name. Different module, can. Okay. So, okay, correct. This one is correct. And then index equal to calculate this one. Okay, correct. Decision up until here is correct. However, to make it 100% correct, it should be like this. This Oh, dapat 100% correct. Because it is the n is based on these two. These two must be correct. If you put like this, what's the condition then? The condition is this. So these both condition should be correct. Alright. Okay, status else, status hazardous. Okay, correct. Exit, and then print status. Okay, print status. Alright, so correct. Okay, correct. Flowchart, if you follow the algorithm, then you will got it correct. Okay, this is correct. Okay, this is correct. Okay, I think this is also correct. So again, okay. Okay. Coupling diagram. Okay, coupling diagram. So follow the algorithm. If you use different name, okay, pollutant concentration, this is different name, man. So put different name lah. following the algorithm. So this is also different name. Paul ni kan? Ya ke? Ini sama kan? Ini tadi sama kan? Ini different name. Okay. Okay, this one correct. So this one, is it? Is it? Check balik kan. Okay, this is passing parameter by reference, by value. Okay, one arrow by value, no asterisk. So we have asterisk, and then you need to put double head arrow. Okay, good. Okay, data dictionary should be the easiest one. Just follow the coupling diagram. Okay, so data item should be written in the form of everyone can understand. Okay, the item lah kan. What is the data meaning? Okay, and then variable names follows the name that you put inside of the coupling diagram. Okay, API control and read. Okay, correct. Okay, correct. Status, calculate and print. Calculate, print, and control. Control kan? Ada kan? Ni kan? Siapa ni tadi? Hakimi Siapa tadi? Control should have status as well. Okay, control. Okay, question 2. Question 2. Okay, let's go to question 2. Services for lawn and garden maintenance, pricing based on this table. So when we have table, confirm we have decision kan. So what's the decision? Okay, so clearly we have two sets of decision and it is nested. So the first decision is on the garden size. So if the garden size is 400 square feet or less. Okay, so macam ni lah kan. Garden size lah. Size. Keluar agak. Okay, so clearly the input. Sorry. Input. Input is based on this. Okay, so input is size and height. So input is size, height. Okay, and then output. Output apa? What is output class? If it is based on figure 1, then how many output we have?
2.
Huh? 1 lah, kan? Total price.
Kalau kita nak buat output thank you tu cakap, kalau kita nak ikut.
This one. Okay, this is considered as a dummy value. So you doesn't have to include it in your design. But if you want to put, then it's okay. But it is wasting of your time lah. Okay. Usually in the design, we just put something that is very important. So what is important? Something that have data, a value. Okay. But you can put it, it's okay, but doesn't give you any marks. Okay, so the thing that contains value over here is total price lah. Okay, total price. Okay, then process. First we have decision kan. So we have decision. So you just put in detail, so this is in brief. I put decision, but in details, in the PAC, you have to write down this table lah. Just copy and paste this table, or you can. Sorry, in the process, you should mention the detail of the decision. So if size, so you list down this the decision. If size less than equal to 400 squid, then apa kan? So list down this decision over here, and then list down the loop over here. And also we have a calculation, which is this one. So process. So this is the also important element of the process. Okay, so by having this, and then we can move forward to the algorithm. Okay, algorithm. Aida Nabila. Ada Aida Nabila sini. Ada Aida Nabila.
Ada, sir.
Okay, so total price control. Okay, counter initialization. Okay, correct, since we have loop. Total price, yes, correct, since we have. Do we need to accumulate? Alright, yes, we need to accumulate since we have looping kan. So accumulate lah kan. Alright, correct. Okay, so this is wrong. So why is it wrong? Anybody?
Jelas counter kosong.
Counter, in order for it to be true, it should be the same as initialization lah. For while kan. For while, it should be the same. Otherwise, it is false. So it won't enter the body. So dia akan keluar je lah pada looping. Kan? So you need to change this. Either you change it over here or you change it over here kan. So let's say we want it to be 1. So but considering the question kan, the value should be what? Apa tadi? Aida. Siapa tadi nama? Tadi nama Aida.
Ya.
Ha? 10 ke YN?
YN.
So for the decision to be true, Y ke N?
Y.
Y lah kan. So following requirement also important so you cannot use 0 and 1 when the requirement asks you to use Y or N. So again, this is double. So it should be true if it is Y. So Y lah. So this one should be apa? Aida?
Y.
Y lah. Okay, Y. Okay, process read. Apa Aida? What should I put over here?
Garden size, lawn height. Lupa letak.
What else? Garden size
Sorry.
Size by reference or by value? By reference, asterisk. By value, no asterisk.
By reference.
By reference. Okay, good. Over here? Or you use garden size Never mind.
Ah,
Let's say, okay, garden size. Okay. Okay, garden size. And then
lawn
on.
height.
Okay, garden size. Oh, sorry, sini. Okay. Okay, correct. Okay, and then exit. Process calculate. Apa dia?
Garden size. Lawn height.
Okay. This one right. Okay. Okay, so to obtain price and total price. Okay, price and total price. Okay, so decision first. Okay, this is the big decision. And then this is nested inside of it. Correct? Apa tadi soalannya? Apa lah? Betul ke? Okay, and then, okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, betul lah kot. And then, this is for one. Okay, I guess correct. Okay. Then after getting the price, and then you do the calculation to calculate the total price. Correct. And then, okay, we update these two value. Okay, and then return back to control. Okay, control gets these two value, and then print what? Print total price. Is it? Betul ke? Betul ke, Aida?
Um,
Print total price. Price nak apa price?
print juga.
Payahlah. Soalan tak payah kan?
Okay.
Soalan tak ada
Okay.
kan?
Okay.
So, doesn't need this. Just remove. Okay, remove price. Remove. Okay, so let's say you want to print total price kan? Total price. You will get only one lah. Not accumulate value kan? Because this is where you accumulate. Kan? So nak accumulate dulu ke nak print dulu? Accumulate, or we should accumulate first or print first? Ada?
Accumulate.
Accumulate first
Right.
Alright, so we accumulate first. And then we print. Let's say ni correct, but I want you to always remember to put the counter update last then, so that you don't get confused lah. So let's put it last lah, counter update. Okay, so accumulate first. Okay, and then print the value. Is it print here? Kan? Betul kan? Betul kan? Betul lah. So counter update, is it the correct counter update,
No.
Aida?
No.
What should I put over here?
No.
Apa dia?
No, it's not the correct one.
So we change it to what?
Um, enter counter.
Betul tu. Okay, enter counter. Okay, correct. Okay, and one. Okay. Okay, the rest is okay. And then coupling, just follow your algorithm. Okay, so there's no price over here. Total price, garden size. Print one only, total price. Alright. This one, flowchart. Ni salah lah
Mm.
Okay. Okay. Okay, that's it. For the exercise, any question? Any question you want to ask? So this is last we discuss on the cohesion and coupling. So hopefully you guys can understand the concept very easy actually. And majority of the question will be in the final involving this concept lah. Ada so 100% confirm this will be asked during the final exam. So you need to understand this concept, cohesion and coupling. Okay, if no question, I think actually this week we are going to enter the programming part of the subject lah. That's why I ask you to install your code block and everything kan. Any problem installing the code block, class? So when you open up your code block, can you see this interface? You should see this. Is it? Everyone get the same view as me?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright. Saya tak sempat ni. I think let us continue tomorrow, boleh Continue with the programming part tomorrow. This is the easiest one. Okay, once you already understand the concept is what should be the difficult part. This is just to convert your design into programming. The easiest part. Okay, I think we continue tomorrow. Okay, but for today, we have about 40 minutes left. I need you to download the notes, the lecture notes from Kalam. Okay, this note. So have a look at it. Okay, for the introduction, I need you to read it by yourself. This is just general knowledge about programming. So read it for yourself. Read everything. I think you can read everything first. Read. Read again. Read. Some of the concept already been discussed earlier. For example, constant. What is constant? And but this one is technical part of the constant, how to write down constant variable. But have a look at it first. Read again. Read. Okay, up until this slide over here, slide number 35. Okay, up until slide 35. Okay, read by yourself. And I need you to search a little bit on this. So what's the meaning of this? Typical range for C variable. But I think we already touched on this earlier kan? Character, integer, float, double. But this one have range of it. I'm not sure I already explained or not. But find out what is the meaning of this range. For example, this, what's the meaning of this? What's the meaning of this? What's the meaning of this? Okay. And summarize it in maybe one paragraph and submit it to Kalam. So that one is for your attendance for today. Boleh ya? Boleh ke? The rest, if you cannot understand, it's okay because we are going to discuss it later on tomorrow. But for this, you need to understand and summarize it and submit it to Kalam. Okay, so that's your task. Okay, so see you guys tomorrow, 8 a.m. Those yang lambat, lambat lah masuk So, okay. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.